Tonight, we are learning more about a tragic helicopter crash in Williamsburg. The body of the pilot was discovered this morning among the rubble. Good evening to you. I'm Anita Blanton.
And I'm Tom Shad. A woman was also killed when that aircraft crashed into townhomes. Then your side's Andy Fox is here with what we've learned about the pilot.
We are learning a little bit more about the pilot and also about the helicopter. Let me show you where we are. We're at the front of the townhome community here on Ironbound Road. This is what we know. The NTSB confirmed the helicopter, and as you can see, I mean that the crash was awful. The NTSB confirmed the helicopter that the crash is a Robinson Helicopter Incorporated Model R44. The NTSB confirms its registration or tail number is N616HS. The NTSB would not confirm this, but that tail number is registered to Henry Schwartz. It crashed 1 mile from the airport. Schwartz is from Northern Virginia, is the president of the Virginia Helicopter Association. An aviation source confirms to 10 on your side that Schwartz was piloting the helicopter when it crashed. The NTSB's Doug Brazy confirms the remains of the pilot were found today. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
We have started collecting a few witness statements that have mentioned interesting things about the engine sounding unusual or the engine sounding funny. We're not done reviewing all of those, and we don't know what those mean.
Now, coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 at 6, we're going to take you down into the community and we're going to show you as they start assembling the wreckage from that helicopter. They are saying that the parts we're seeing on the lawn are not all helicopter parts, but those helicopter parts will then be taken to a staging area and put together to help reconstruct what possibly happened here. Of course, NTSB still not saying what caused the crash. And as a matter of fact, when the news conference began, they said, don't ask any question that begins with the word why. They just don't know. That's the latest from the crash site in Williamsburg. Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
A lot to put together. Our team coverage continues with those impacted by this devastating crash. 91-year-old Jean Downico was killed.
She was a resident in the townhomes. 10 on your side talked to her grieving family and those that knew her. Our Kayla Gaskins joins us live with what we've learned so far.
You put people in your life. They're there every day, and then suddenly they're not.
Every Friday, Jean Downico worked the desk for the senior lounge at the James City County Rec Center.
She became kind of a fixture on Friday afternoons.
Jean's friend Roberta tells us she was very self-sufficient. She drove her car almost every day and was an active member of the Williamsburg community.
She just didn't seem to be 91.
Her family spoke with 10 on your side, but they weren't ready to go on camera. They released a statement read by State Police Sergeant Michelle Anaya, which says the senior lounge wasn't Jean's first secretarial gig.
She worked as a secretary to the president of PBS, Bruce Christensen. Bruce and his family still send Christmas gifts to Jean every year after 20 years of retirement.
Those who knew and loved her say she was devoted to helping others.
Generous and thoughtful, Jean was well loved and admired by all who knew her.
Her friend Roberta recalls their eerily foreshadowing last conversation.
She said, well, I'm in my 90s. She said, and I plan on living a few more years. And we talked about outliving the oldest people in our families. So in hers, it was 90-something. I forgot the date. I said, I've got one that lived 102. So that's about the last thing we said.